Well, a pleasant good afternoon, everyone. A Sunday afternoon, a Palm Sunday. We welcome you to Fighting Tiger Baseball here on Total Media Sports South. I'm Jason Filion. Today, Fighting Tigers will play host to West Jefferson. This is a game that was supposed to be part of the Woodbat Classic yesterday, but it got rained out. It was supposed to be a three-game series with Ironton facing Sims Valley at 10, West Jefferson and Sims Valley after that, then Ironton, West Jefferson in the evening cap. But Mother Nature had different ideas and washed those games away. And again, it was supposed to be a wooden bat three-game series, but now I guess we're just going to play regular bats here today and just have a one-game matchup with Ironton and West Jefferson, a matchup of two pretty good baseball teams from a year ago. Ironton, an Elite Eight team from last year, losing in the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight round, the right to go to the Final Four, and losing 5-1. West Jefferson, an outstanding season last year as well in Division 6. They finished 23-5 last year, 14-1 in the Ohio Heritage North, and that was good for first place in the division. They ended up losing to Berlin Highland, 11-4 in the regional semifinals as well. But they come to town ready to play some baseball. First game for both of these teams here in 2026. You see right now, West Jefferson finishing up their infield warm-ups. Ironton's gone through theirs. And we're almost ready for baseball to start the 2026 season. First ever baseball game here on Total Media Sports South. We're glad you could tune in here today. We're going to step aside for a moment. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups here from Mike Burcham Field. It's Ironton, West Jefferson. It's coming up on Total Media Sports.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eats, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget. Whether it's your auto, home, farm, business, or more, Sheer Mountain Insurance can create the right Ohio Mutual policy for you. Call us at 740-532-8755.
And welcome back to Mike Burcham Field. Baseball 2026 season opener, Ironton and West Jefferson here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Just a few clouds in the sky, temperature in the mid-60s, and we are just about set for some baseball action here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the starting lineups today. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, West Jefferson, the Rough Riders. Leading off is the catcher, Blake Bogenreif. Hitting second, the center fielder, Owen Anderson. Brody York plays shortstop and hits third. In the cleanup position is Brent Bogenreif, the pitcher. Batting fifth, the second baseman, is Braden Hessen. Hitting sixth, the designated hitter, Aiden Cordell. He will hit for third baseman, Brent Heiser. Batting seventh is first baseman, Keegan Foreman. Hitting eighth is Lincoln Parsons, the left fielder. And batting ninth in right field is Colt Kincaid. Again, for West Jefferson, Blake Bogenreif, Anderson, and York, the first three, followed by Brent Bogenreif, Hessen, and Cordell. And the bottom third of the lineup is Keegan Foreman, Lincoln Parsons, and Colt Kincaid. Coaches meeting right now with the umpires at home plate. The home plate umpire is Nate Newton. In the field, it's Brian Williams. Head coach John Hunt in his second season at Ironton. And Jason Bogenreif is the head coach for West Jefferson. Let's take a look at the Ironton starting lineup. The batting order, Braden Baker will lead off and do the pitching. Hitting second, the third baseman, Tanner Kleinman. Batting third, playing left field, is Jacob Hughes. Bryson Kearns plays shortstop and hits in the cleanup position. Ethan Sutton bats fifth and does the catching today. Xander Hearn in center field bats sixth. Hitting seventh, playing second base, is Carson Freeman. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Carter Bridges. And batting ninth in right field is Silas Ginger. Again, for the Fighting Tigers, Baker, Kleinman, Hughes, Kearns, Sutton, Hearn, Freeman, Bridges, and Ginger. Bridges, the designated hitter for first baseman, Dawson Filion. We want to welcome you in and once again and let you know that today's baseball game is brought to you by Holy Smoke Barbecue, Ohio Valley Bank, Schmidt Family Restaurants, Sheer Mountain Insurance, 2nd Street Auto, Patties and Pints, and the Armory Smokehouse. West Jefferson with the brown jerseys and gray pants. Ironton with the black jerseys and white pants. And getting ready for today's game. Again, this was supposed to be yesterday, a 3-game series of the Mike Burcham Woodenback Classic, which is always the traditional opener for Ironton. As the Fighting Tigers welcome teams in. Last year it was Huntington Expression Prep and West Jefferson. West Jefferson's been down here a number of years to take part in the Woodback Classic. But again, since we don't have the 3 games, we just got one, we'll play regular bat rules here this afternoon. Again, good West Jefferson team. Division 6, finished 20-6. A couple of years ago, they lost to Heath in the tournament. But last year, solid team, and they returned nearly everybody from last year's team. Just a couple of starters gone, a couple of seniors graduating from last year's team. And Coach Bogenreif, chatting with him before the game, feels really good about his team this year, just kind of like everybody else. Trying to get out on the field and play with the weather the way it's been, and been difficult to get out and get some field time. But they're excited about their team here in 2026, and Ironton's excited about the team in 2026 as well. Again, this is a team that was an Elite 8 team last year, and, of course, you're trying to replace a pitcher in Ian Ginger, who was All-Ohio selection and now on at the University of Charleston playing baseball. But they've got a good core pitching staff back, a good core unit of players back, and excited about 2026 to see what they can do. They want to take that next step and go from the Elite 8 to the Final Four. Man, they were so close last year, losing to Graham, a really good baseball team. But they want more, and they're going to go after more. A very senior-heavy team as Ironton. We got Tanner Kleinman, Carson Freeman, Xander Hearn, Braden Baker, Kylan Grace, Dawson Filial, Mason Wheeler, and Nate Sloan, all seniors on the team. And they're excited to be starting here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon as a train rolls through. It's one of the great things about being down here at Mike Burcham Field. When we do softball and baseball games, you get to see the trains rolling through. Teams are heading out to the field. Right now, we'll have our national anthem. So we'll get that in just a moment. Crowd continuing to file in here at Mike Burcham Field. And here we have our national anthem. Our national anthem, time to play some baseball here at Mike Burcham Field. Ironton and West Jeff here this afternoon from Mike Burcham Field. And the Fighting Tigers last year finished 19-4. They won the OVC with a 13-1 record, won their first district title since 1998, and lost to Graham Local in the Elite 8. A couple of years ago, they finished 14-11, 10-4 in the OVC. And in 2023, it was 14-6-1, their final record, 9-5 mark in the OVC, lost to Wheelersburg in the district. In 2024, they lost to Huntington out of Chillicothe in district tournament play. Braden Baker's on the mound, the senior getting the start, the right-hander for the Fighting Tigers. Baker, of course, going to the University of Pikeville next year to play baseball and football. And he is the opening day starter here for the Fighting Tigers in 2026. Across the infield, left to right, Tanner Kleinman is at third, Bryson Kearns at short, Carson Freeman is at second base, and Dawson Filial on first base. 3 of the 4 are seniors on the infield. Bryson Kearns, the lone exception to that group. In the outfield, left field, Jacob Hughes is a sophomore. Xander Hearn in center field is a senior. And in right field is sophomore Silas Ginger. Again, behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes, it'll be Nate Newton. And in the field will be Brian Williams. Guys getting a lot of work yesterday. Brian Williams, field umpire, was telling me before the game he had 3 baseball games yesterday. He had a doubleheader out at Rock Hill, then went down to Chesapeake for a 5 o'clock game. And not a lot of games on Sunday, so a lot of umpires are available, and we get Nate Newton and Brian Williams. Down the line in left field, it's 320 feet to left, 300 to right. Gap in left center goes 495 and 475 in right center. Standing in, leading off for West Jefferson is Blake Bogenreif, the catcher. Braden Baker into the windup, and the opening pitch of 2026 is slapped to the left side and by a diving Tanner Kleinman into left field for a base hit. So Bogenreif leads off the 2026 season for West Jefferson with a slap single to left. He's aboard. That'll bring up Owen Anderson, the center fielder. Another left-handed hitter in this West Jefferson lineup. Baker will work from the stretch now. Bogenreif at first. Blake and Brett Bogenreif, by the way, twin brothers and the son of head coach Jason Bogenreif. Baker with the stretch. The runner breaks for second. Throw down by Ethan Sutton is not in time, and diving in head first is Blake Bogenreif. Pitch was taken for a ball. And just like that, West Jefferson, 2 pitches in, has a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Bogenreif, both Bogenreifs will move on to play college ball next year, the JUCO route. The 1-0 pitch, and here's a bunt down the third base side. Kleinman charges Fields, throws to first, not in time, cut off by Filial. He'll throw to third. It's wild, and it goes by Kearns. Rounding third is Bogenreif, and he'll come in to score the first run of the game. And just a little bunt single down the third base line ends up scoring a run for West Jefferson. They lead it 1-0. That'll go down as a single and an error. And at second base is Owen Anderson. Kind of catching Ironton in the unawares right there with that bunt for a base hit. Brody York, the shortstop, will step to the plate against Baker. Anderson gets his lead at second. Defense essentially straight away for York. Filial creeping in at first base, and the first pitch is a breaking ball taken on the inside corner for a called strike 0-1. Kind of a small crowd. Folks sitting all around the field here, down the lines on a Sunday afternoon. Here's the 0-1 from Baker, and the runner goes again. Pitch is swung on, a fly ball high into center field. Hearn is over. He's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Hustling back is Owen Anderson to second base. He'll make it back safely, and there's one away here in the West Jefferson first inning. Brett Bogenreif will now step to the plate. On the hill today, Bogenreif, the left-handed hitter. A lot of lefties in the lineup for West Jefferson. Baker gets the sign from Sutton. Anderson gets his lead at second, dancing around out there. Baker delivers. The runner breaks for third. Sutton's throw down is high into left field. And Anderson stumbles as he gets around third. The throw will come into the plate, the tag applied, but we're going to get interference, I believe, called by field umpire Brian Williams. He's going to talk it over with the home plate umpire, but the Kleinman kind of got tangled up there with Anderson, and they will award him home plate. So West Jefferson has jumped on top early, 2-0. And Brent Bogenreif is up there with a 1-0 count. Base is clear, one away, top of the first. Baker into the windup and the pitch. That one's taken just outside, 2-0. Baker's 2-0, swing and a miss at the breaking ball by Bogenreif. Count goes to 2-1. Ironton will be off after today and will play again Thursday at Wheelersburg, weather permitting, of course. Rain in the forecast here in southeast Ohio later on this week. Here's a swing and a miss by Bogenreif to even the count at 2-2. Two hits thus far in the inning for West Jefferson, a couple of Ironton errors as well. The 2-2 from Baker, and that one is a breaking ball in the dirt. Counts full 3-2. Hearn in center field playing Bogenreif slightly to the right field side. There's time called as Baker was in the windup. It was called by Brian Williams, first base umpire. Home plate umpire's checking. It's 3-2. He said 2-2. So we do have a full count. Bogenreif against Baker. Baker delivers the 3-2. That one's taken just outside, ball 4. Missed with a fastball just off the plate. And with one away, West Jeff has another runner on base, and that's Brett Bogenreif. And that'll bring Braden Hessen, the second baseman, to the plate. Hessen, the right-handed hitter. Baker with, I don't want to say a lot of pitches in the first inning. A couple of first pitch, and Blake Bogenreif led off the game with a single in the first pitch, and Owen Anderson had a bunt single on the second pitch of the game. West Jefferson here to take their hacks, and the first pitch is taken for a called strike on Braden Hessen. Throw over, not in time as Bogenreif hustles back to the bag. West Jeff likes to run. We saw that already. One stolen base and another advance on the throwing error. Bogenreif dancing around at first base, and Baker delivers, and this one's taken outside. The runner breaks for second, throw down, not in time. Bogenreif with a stolen base. That's the second of the inning, and the second Bogenreif to steal a base here this inning. Blake had one as a leadoff hitter, and Brett has one to get in scoring position. One ball, one strike. Braden Hessen. Baker from the stretch. Holds in the long pause, followed by a fastball to the plate, taken on the inside corner for a called strike. Baker ahead in the count, 1-2. One away. Top of the first inning. Baker gets a sign from Sutton. Sets and deals the 1-2, and that one's a fastball that misses just inside, 2-2. 2-0, top of the first. West Jeff on top. The lone out of the inning came on a fly out to center from Brody York. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braden Hessen to the plate. Baker deals, and a swing and a foul there at the plate. Count stays at 2-2. Just kind of fighting that one off and get another pitch. 2-strike approach there from Hessen. These two teams actually met exactly 1 year ago today in the Woodbat Classic. After both posted wins over Huntington Express and Prep, they played in the final game, and Ironton battled back and beat West Jefferson on a 2-run, 2-out single by Tanner Kleinman in the bottom of the 7th inning and won 8-7. Have to be another comeback here today. Baker deals a 2-2. That one misses, or taken at the knees for a called strike. I thought it was low, but Late call, and Hessen goes down looking. That's out number 2 here in the first. First strikeout of the season for Braden Baker. And that will bring Aiden Cordell, the designated hitter, to the plate. Cordell hitting for third baseman Brent Heiser. As Nate Newton goes and hits some new baseballs from the Ironton dugout. Baker back to the mound with 2 outs. You got a runner at second and Brett Bogenreif. And Aiden Cordell at the plate. Baker trying to work out of a jam and limit the damage to just 2 runs here in the first. Cordell takes this one high and in, ball 1. In defense straight away. Kleinman behind the bag at third base. Baker sets. Long pause, and then the pitch to the plate is a breaking ball that misses outside 2-0. Been an 18-pitch inning thus far for Braden Baker. Ironton hoping to get final out here and get the sticks out in the bottom of the first. Top of the lineup doing some damage here for West Jefferson to start the 2026 season. Cordell back to the box. Baker sets, and the 2-0 pitch. And Cordell takes this one right down the middle for a called strike, 2-1. Ironton with some pitching depth here in 2026. A lot of guys that can get out there and deal if necessary. 2 balls and a strike. Baker sets, and the pitch. That one is taken at the knees for a called strike, 2-2. Cordell didn't like that call, but he'll step back in the box. Now with the 2-strike approach and protecting the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs in here in the top of the first for West Jefferson. Braden Baker, the senior on the mound, checks the runner at second. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Baker gets his second strikeout of the day to retire the side, but the damage is done by West Jefferson in the top of the first inning. They pick up a couple of runs on 2 hits. There were 2 Ironton errors and a runner left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the first. West Jeff 2, Ironton coming up. This is Total Media Sports.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you because that's what she does. She sells cars. And lots of them. 2nd Street Auto Sales in Ironton. Honest deals. Hometown service.
Go Tigers!
Big news! Buffalo Wild Wings has great wing deals for you all week long. Come in every Tuesday for Wing Tuesdays. Grab the crew and come in for traditional wings, buy one, get one 50% off. And every Thursday is Boneless Thursday, where you'll get buy one, get one free on the delicious boneless wings. And have them spun in one of their 26 sauces and seasonings. Get them spicy, get them sweet, or get them plain. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ironton. Price and participation may vary. See server for details. Tax fees extra. Not valid with other offers. We go to the bottom of the first. Ironton trailing 2-0 to West Jefferson, and they will face Brett Bogenreif, the left-handed pitcher, the senior for the Rough Riders. Throws the ball hard, throws the ball well for his head coach and dad, Jason Bogenreif. He'll face the top third of the order for Ironton: Braden Baker, Tanner Kleinman, and Jacob Hughes. And should you get beyond that, so we'll finish out the lineup. Bryson Kearns at short, Ethan Sutton, Xander Hearn, Carson Freeman, Carter Bridges, and Silas Ginger. Defensively, the Rough Riders set up like this on the infield. Brett Heiser is at third. Brody York is at short. Braden Hessen at second base. Keegan Foreman is the first baseman. Lincoln Parsons in left field. Owen Anderson in center. And Colt Kincaid in right. The Bogenreifs are the battery for the Rough Riders. Brett on the mound, Blake behind the plate. And it was Blake, I believe, last year that hit a home run that was estimated about 375 feet to right center field against Ironton. It could have been Brett. It was one of them. But one of the Bogenreifs did turn on one and hit it with a wooden bat. That's pretty impressive to go 375 to right. Those are the deepest parts of the park, left center and right center. Right center, 375. Left center, there's a gap out there just to the right of Ironton on the fence. That goes about 395. Braden Baker, senior, will lead things off for the Fighting Tigers. Right-handed hitter facing the left-handed pitcher, Brett Bogenreif. Brett Heiser creeps in on the grass at third base here. Bogenreif in the windup, and the first pitch to Baker misses low and inside. Oh, it hit him. Got Baker. So the first pitch, and Ironton gets a runner aboard.
Now batting number 9.
Just like in the top of the first, with a single in the first pitch, this time it's Baker getting hit, and he'll trot down to first base. That'll bring up Tanner Kleinman, the third baseman, also a senior. Kleinman had that 2-out, 2-run single last year to beat West Jeff 8-7 here in the Wooden Bat Classic. Facing Bogenreif as Baker gets his lead, and Bogenreif steps off the back of the mound, chases Baker back to the bag. Bogenreif sets and deals to Kleinman, and that one is off the shin guard of catcher Blake Bogenreif. That'll enable Braden Baker to trot down to second base. Pass ball there gets Ironton a runner in scoring position. Ironton trying to answer. 2 runs scored by West Jeff in the top of the first. In at the corners, Bogenreif delivers. Kleinman swings and misses, and evens the count at a ball and a strike. Head coach John Hunt, third base coach. Matt Stunnebeck, first base coach for Ironton. 1-1 to Tanner Kleinman. He swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt and falls behind 1-2. Kleinman back with hopefully a full, healthy season. Had some shoulder issues last year, worked through that. And the 1-2 to him, he fouls this one back to the screen. Stays alive, 1-2. Bogenreif working quickly from the mound for West Jeff. Into the stretch, and the 1-2. Kleinman watches this one, right at the letters on the outside corner for a called strike. Quick throw down to second base, nearly picked off Baker. It gets away, and Baker hustles down to third base. Baker advances 90 feet on the throwing error.
15, Jacob Hughes.
And you could call it a throwing error or just kind of hit off of the runner and kicked into right field. So Hughes comes to the plate. Jacob Hughes with a chance to drive a run in and cut the lead in half. The first pitch to him is a fastball that misses off the plate. Ball 1. Hughes, sophomore, an outstanding freshman season. Bogenreif delivers to him, and that one misses off the plate as well. 2-0. Baker, third base. Walking down the line, Bogenreif hits the sign, the windup, and the 2-0, and Hughes swings and misses at the off-speed for strike 1. Hughes playing left field today for Ironton. Can also catch and pitch. Bogenreif, the 2-1. Hughes swings and misses at the breaking ball, and the count evens at 2-2. Bogenreif trying to battle back after falling behind 0-2. Hughes back to the box. Bogenreif back to the mound. Into the windup and the 2-2. And Hughes swings and grounds this one to third. Backhanded by the third baseman. Throw to the plate is in time. Baker hustling home, but the throw to the plate from Brett Heiser to Blake Bogenreif was on the money. Baker's tagged out, and there are 2 away as Hughes goes down to first on the fielder's choice. 5-2 on the putout for out number 2. Bryson Kearns, the shortstop, will stand in. Another train rolling through. Gotta love it here in Southeast Ohio. Hughes gets his lead at first as Bogenreich steps off and chases Jacob back to the bag. Bogenreich dealing to Kearns, and he takes that one low and inside, ball one. Baker broke from home on that ground ball. Heiser almost looked like he wanted to throw to first as the throw over to first from Bogenreich chases Hughes back. Almost looked like he wanted to throw to first, but saw he had a shot at Baker and then just fired a dart to the catcher, Blake Bogenreich, to keep Ironton off the scoreboard. Bogenreich again throws back to first. Hughes diving back this time. Oh, they called a balk. Home plate umpire calls a balk. And Hughes will go down to second base. Tigers again with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first, trailing 2-0. Pitch to Kearns is fouled back to the screen. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Outfield in a bit and playing straight away. Bogenreich delivers, and Kearns watches this one in the dirt and inside, 2-1. Kearns a chance to drive one in here in the bottom of the first inning with 2 away. Bogenreich again with the 2-1 pitch, and Kearns watches that breaking ball miss inside, 3-1. Ethan Sutton, the catcher, stands on deck. Bogenreich with the 3-1, and that one catches the inside corner, the fastball, and the count is full 3-2. Early in the season, pitchers trying to find the zone and trying to work the count. Bogenreich with a payoff pitch here to Kearns, and that one is a swing and a miss at the breaking ball, and that will retire the side. The second strikeout of the inning for Brett Bogenreich. Well, for the Tigers, no runs, no hits. There was an error and a runner left on base. We'll move to the second inning. West Jefferson 2, Ironton 0 here on Total Media Sports.
It takes a great team to achieve mission success, and the Ironton Fighting Tigers know that teamwork makes all the difference. The mission at the Armory Smokehouse is to deliver the highest quality food and excellent customer service to every guest. That's done through teamwork, communications, and respect. There's been many courageous men and women who have walked these very floors and have used the same philosophy while defending our freedom and country. The Armory Smokehouse, 920 Vernon Street, Ironton.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
What do you look for in an insurance agency? Honesty, reliability, experience? You'll find them all and more at Sheer Mountain Insurance. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or more, see Sheer Mountain Insurance, 209 South 3rd Street in Ironton. Call 740-532-8755 for affordable, reliable insurance when you need it most.
Braden Baker's out for his second inning of work for Ironton as the Fighting Tigers trail West Jefferson 2-0 after one complete. This is the first baseball game we have here on Total Media Sports South. We had a couple of softball games last weekend, both wins by Ironton. Start the season 2-0. Tigers under Coach Haley Stevens dropped one yesterday to Greenup County, one of the better teams in this region in Kentucky. I'll try to get back in the win column once again. Ironton, after today, will be back in action at Wheelersburg on Thursday, weather permitting. Our next baseball game here on Total Media Sports will be April 8th. That's a Wednesday, as the Tigers play host to their rival, the Portsmouth Trojans, the two teams picked at the top of the OVC here in 2026. Bottom third of the order due up for West Jefferson. Keegan Foreman, Lincoln Parsons and Colt Kincaid out to face Braden Baker in inning number 2. It was a successful first inning for West Jeff. Ironton hoping to shut that down here. Check swing at the plate. Well, they call a ball or they call a strike. Yeah, and he wasn't even looking. This one misses outside, so it's 2-0. There's a 1-1. All right. I guess it was a strike. I thought it was. 1 ball, 1 strike to Keegan Foreman, the first baseman. And he slaps this one foul third base side and falls behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lincoln Parsons awaiting on deck for the Rough Riders. Baker shakes off a sign from Sutton. And now the 2-strike pitch, and that one misses high, 2-2. Just a slight breeze blowing toward the right field side here at Mike Burcham Field, named after longtime Ironton baseball coach and athletic director Mike Burcham. Here's the 2-2. Curveball taken for a called strike, and that will set Foreman down. He goes down looking. Baker's 3rd strikeout of the game. And with 1 away here in the 2nd inning, Lincoln Parsons, the left fielder, will stand in. Coach Burcham led Ironton to its first ever state championship. It was in baseball in 1972. Baker with the breaking ball first pitch to Parsons, taken for a called strike, 0-1. And Ironton has made it back to the state title game since then, but has not won one. Here's a fly ball into right field. Ginger giving chase over near the line. He dives after it, can't come up with it. It goes to the warning track, and Parsons rounds first and heads to second base, and he will have a 1-out double to right. Long run, and just as we said, that the wind just keeps blowing that way to right field, and maybe the wind just kept pushing the ball further and further away from Ginger. Couldn't get there in time, so we'll call that a double. And the number 9 hitter, Colt Kincaid, the right fielder, will stand in. He's another left-handed hitter. Kincaid with a runner in scoring position at second base. Baker into the stretch, and the first pitch to him. Kincaid squares and pushes a bunt down the third baseline. What a great bunt, and Kincaid will hustle down for an infield single. And nobody's covering second base, so Kincaid will move on to second. Well, there's a breakdown defensively for the Fighting Tigers as no one was covering second, so Kincaid hustles down and gets a single and ends up at second base.
Up to the plate, number 6, Blake Bogenreif.
A sacrifice and a single for Kincaid. And you go back to the top of the lineup where a lot of the damage was done. In fact, all the damage was done from West Jeff in the top of the first. Blake Bogenreif hit the first pitch of the game into left field for a single. The infield is drawn in for Ironton. Baker with the delivery, and the breaking ball crosses the heart of the plate for a called strike, 0-1. Baker steps off the mound again. Philyaw in at first, Freeman at second, Kearns at short, and Kleinman in at third. Tigers down 2, trying to keep it that way with 1 out here in the second. Baker sets and deals, and Bogenreif checks his swing. That one's in the dirt, blocked by Sutton. And it's now a ball and a strike to the senior leadoff hitter, the catcher. Baker gets the sign from Sutton, sets and deals the 1-1. Swung on, grounded to first. Philyaw fields it, touches first base. They call it a fair ball, and that's an out. Out number 2. Good play by the senior first baseman to retire the leadoff hitter, Bogenreif, 3 unassisted, and to look at the runner and keep him at third base. That'll bring up Owen Anderson, who got a bunt single in the first inning. Also scored a run. Baker deals, and that one's line foul, first base side. Got around on that one. Didn't miss it by much, but it is a foul ball. Baker ahead in the count 0-1. Tigers trying to keep this a 2-run game. Again, 2 runners in scoring position here with 2 outs. Top of the second, and time is called at the plate by Anderson. Third consecutive left-handed hitter facing Baker, Kincaid, Bogenreif, and Anderson. Baker sets, and the 0-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Nice block by catcher Ethan Sutton. And Baker's ahead in the count 0-2 to Owen Anderson. Limit the damage, get back in, and get the sticks going. Baker, a long look into Sutton. Gets the sign, into the stretch, and the 0-2 to Anderson. Swing and a miss. Baker picks up his 4th strikeout of the game, and that will retire the side, and Ironton gets out of a jam. No runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base for West Jefferson in the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second. West Jeff on top of Ironton 2-0 here on Total Media Sports.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eats, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget. Whether it's your auto, home, farm, business, or more, Sheer Mountain Insurance can create the right Ohio Mutual policy for you. Call us at 740-532-8755.
5, 6, and 7 due up for Ironton here in the bottom of the second, trailing 2-0. Ethan Sutton will lead things off. He'll be followed by Xander Hearn and Carson Freeman. The Tigers getting out of a big jam in the top of the second inning. They gave up 2 runs in the first, and after 1 out, a double by Lincoln Parsons, a bunt single by Colt Kincaid. He goes to second because no one was covering the bag. Then a ground out to first, and a strikeout ends the inning to keep it a 2-0 game. Here's the Tigers come to bat in the bottom of the second. Again, Ironton and West Jeff playing last year. Ironton trailed early in that game, had to come from behind and pick up an 8-7 win. And we'll have to come from behind again here this afternoon on a beautiful Sunday, Palm Sunday. Ethan Sutton, the catcher, will stand in, the junior, leading things off here in the second. Today's Ironton West Jefferson Baseball game brought to you in part by Holy Smoke Barbecue and Ohio Valley Bank. Appreciate all of our sponsors stepping up and allowing us to bring you Tiger Baseball here on Total Media Sports South. Sutton fouls the first pitch he sees, out of play, first base side, falls behind 0-1. Sutton back in. Brett Bogenreif, again, the lefty working quickly, and Sutton watches this one in the dirt. Breaking ball. This is low, 1-1. Bogenreif taking his time now, and Sutton will call time. Bogenreif had worked quickly, but staring into his brother to get the sign. Now in the windup and the 1-1 pitch. And Sutton takes this one just off the plate, 2-1. Fastball just missing. Bogenreich at the 2-1 pitch, and Sutton takes this one at the knees on the inside corner. Called strike, 2-2. Sutton kind of shaking his head in agreement there. 2-2. Bogenreich again working quickly with the windup and the 2-2. Sutton check swing, and that one misses inside to run the count full, 3-2. Tigers trying to get the leadoff runner on for the second straight inning. Here's the payoff pitch, and Sutton check swing, and Bogenreich misses high ball 4. So for the second straight inning, Ironton gets the runner aboard. First inning, it was a hit by pitch of Braden Baker. Second inning, it's a leadoff walk for Ethan Sutton, the catcher. And that'll bring Xander Hearn, the center fielder, to the plate. Another one of the Ironton seniors. Didn't play last year. Came out to play for his senior year. Sutton gets the lead at first base. And the first pitch to Hearn misses in the dirt. It gets by catcher Blake Bogenreich, and Sutton will move his way down to second base. Wild pitch there for Bogenreich. Long backstop here at Ironton. Backstop from home plate to the backstop is nearly as long as it is from home plate to the pitcher's mound. Here's the 1-0, and Xander Hearn takes that one on the inside corner for a called strike, 1-1. Got Keegan Foreman a couple of steps in on the grass at first base, guarding against a bunt, 1-1, and Hearn swings and misses. Fastball, frustrated with that miss, falls behind 1-2. Carson Freeman on deck. And the 1-2. Hearn swings the breaking ball. It's in the dirt. The runner breaks halfway to second. The throw down to first is scooped up. Good pickup by Keegan Foreman to retire Hearn on the strikeouts. And Sutton almost got caught there. In fact, he was halfway down the line.
Now batting number 11, Carson.
That's the first out of the inning, and senior Carson Freeman will step to the plate. For Bogenreich, that is strikeout number 3 here this afternoon. Freeman, the second baseman. Senior standing in for the first time. Bogenreich delivers, and that one misses low, ball 1. Freeman, of course, one of the defensive stalwarts on the Ironton basketball team. That was a step away from the Final Four this year. And the 1-0 to him, and he swings and lines this one foul first base side. Took that breaking ball and tried to drive it the other way, but it's just foul. 1-1. DH Carter Bridges standing on deck for the Tigers. Bogenreich, the senior, delivers to Freeman. Ground ball to the left side. Giving chase is the shortstop. Brady York, long throw to first, is not in time. And Carson Freeman has himself an infield single. And that was an awfully long throw for Brody York to make. And Freeman, hustling down the line, picks up the Tigers' first hit of the 2026 season. Sutton goes to third. And the Tigers have him on the corners with Carter Bridges at the plate. Bridges, the DH, hitting for first baseman Dawson Filion. We'll see what Bridges does here. And the defensive attack for West Jeff. Blake Bogenreich comes out and calls a defensive play. Brett Bogenreich on the mound delivers, and Freeman breaks for second. The throw down is going to be in time, and they got Freeman, and Sutton stays at third. So Freeman's cut down 2-6 on the putout for out number 2. Bridges takes this one outside 2-0. Sutton is at third. The Tigers stranded one in the first, and Bridges swings and fouls this one at the plate. 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the second inning. Number 8 hitter, Carter Bridges standing in. Bogenreif with the windup and the 2-1. That one misses low. 3-1 now to Bridges, the junior. Bogenreif trying to find the zone behind 3-1. And delivers to Carter Bridges, and that one misses inside, ball 4. Another walk. The second one this inning for Bogenreif, and the Tigers again have runners at the corners for Silas Ginger.
Batting number 16, Silas Ginger.
2 walks and a hit batsman for Blake Bogenreif. And again, the first and third defensive alignment for West Jeff. As the sophomore Ginger stands in. First pitch to him is taken at the letters on the outside corner for a called strike. Silas, the younger brother of Ian Ginger, who was the ace on the pitching staff last year, playing at University of Charleston. The 0-1 is taken right down the middle for a called strike. 0-2. First and third, 2 outs, 0-2 pitch. Silas Ginger. And a swing and a miss. Tried to hold up, but went through anyway. And that's strikeout number 4 for Brett Bogenreif. That'll retire the side. The Tigers strand 2. They've stranded 3 through the first couple of innings, and 2 innings are complete here at Mike Burcham Field, with West Jefferson leading 2-0 over Ironton here on Total Media Sports.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you, because that's what she does. She sells cars, and lots of them. 2nd Street Auto Sales in Ironton. Honest deals. Hometown service.
Go Tigers!
Big news! Buffalo Wild Wings has great wing deals for you all week long. Come in every Tuesday for Wing Tuesdays. Grab the crew and come in for traditional wings, buy one, get one 50% off. And every Thursday is Boneless Thursday, where you'll get buy one, get one free on the delicious boneless wings. And have them spun in one of their 26 sauces and seasonings. Get them spicy, get them sweet, or get them plain. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ironton. Price and participation may vary. See server for details. Tax fees extra. Not valid with other offers.
2 innings complete here at Mike Burcham Field. It's 2-0. West Jefferson on top of Ironton. Rough Riders will send 3, 4, and 5 up against Braden Baker, out for his 3rd inning of work. West Jeff, after today, will be in action once again Wednesday. They'll play Barberton. They've got games on the 2nd, 4th, and 6th. Barberton at Eastern and at Northeastern for a couple of games. Again, this is a team that finished strong last year, 23-5 a year ago under Coach Jason Bogenreif, and ended up losing to Highland in the regional semis. Highland, a dominant baseball team. They won, 5 state championships on the diamond. But this is the year West Jeff thinks that they've got him if they see him again in the postseason. It's a good West Jefferson baseball team. And Brody York, the shortstop, will stand in for the second time against Braden Baker, leading off here in the 3rd. Baker into the windup, and the first pitch of the 3rd, swing and a miss at the breaking ball by Brody York. He falls behind 0-1. York 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center fielder Xander Hearn in the 1st inning. And the 0-1 to him, and check swing. They'll check down to first, and field umpire Brian Williams says, no, sir, no swing there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 from Baker, and that one is taken across the heart of the plate, 1-2. Baker working quickly, and a breaking ball, swing and a miss. York goes down on strikes for out number 1. That is Baker's 5th strikeout of the game.
Now batting number 24,
through the first 2 1/3.
Bogenreich.
And that will bring up Brett Bogenreif. Left-handed hitter walked in his first at bat back in the first inning, and he takes the first pitch. Little low and outside, ball one. Baker misses with the breaking ball. Baker working quickly, kicks and deals, and that one taken right at the letters for a called strike to the senior pitcher. Baker's opposition here this afternoon. Baker with a 1-1, and that one misses off the plate, 2-1. Baker with the 2-1, a high fly ball into shallow left center field. Long run for Hearn. That one's going to drop. I don't think Jacob Hughes even saw it. He didn't even move on that. I guess looked up in the sun, kind of put his hand up. Hearn had to run all the way from center field. It drops harmlessly in front of Hearn, and Bogenreif hustles his way down to second base. He'll get a one-out double.
Now batting number 19, Braden Hessen.
So that will bring up Braden Hessen, the second baseman. And again, West Jefferson with a runner in scoring position. They've had him on base every inning. That was a long run for Hearn to make to try to come up with that one. Hessen takes the first pitch. It goes by Ethan Sutton, and the runner advances to third base. Bogenreif advances. I'm screened by the umpire. Not sure if that was a wild pitch or a pass ball. I think it's a wild pitch. So again, a runner at third base here for West Jefferson, and a 1-0 count to Braden Hessen. Baker sets and deals, and Hessen fouls it at the plate to even the count at a ball and a strike, and the Tiger defense will bring the infield in once again. And knowing that in facing Brett Bogenreif, that runs will be at a premium, so you want to keep it at 2 right here. Breaking ball catches the outside corner, and Hessen did not like that call at all. The curveball caught the corner. It's 1-2. Hessen 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking back in the first inning. Baker with a 1-2, and a breaking ball just misses inside, 2-2. The outfield playing pretty deep as well, but the infield is in. Baker gets the sign from Sutton, and the 2-2 pitch, and that one hit him. It hit Hessen right in between the shoulder blades, and he'll trot down to second or first base. And now West Jeff has runners at first and third with 1 out, and a 2-strike hit batsman. The first hit batsman of the game for Baker. Well, conversation there with Sutton and Baker, and now with Jason Bogenreif, the head coach at West Jeff, and Aiden Cordell, who hits for Brett Heiser. See what defensive alignment the Tigers go with. Will they go in at the corners and double play depth, bring the infield in? It looks like they're going double play depth here. Throw to first base, not in time, as Hessen dives back safely. Cordell 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. But again, West Jeff with 2 runners on. They've had 2 runners on each of the first 3 innings. Baker with the stretch and the pitch, taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Throw down to second, cut off by Freeman, and then a snap throw to third base. But Bogenreif is back. So a stolen base for Hessen. And again, runners at second and third, which is what they had in the second inning, also with 1 out. And Baker was able to get out of that jam with a ground out and a strikeout. Here with the number 6 hitter, Cordell. And that one catches the outside corner as well, 0-2. Now Baker trying to finish him off. Again, had 2 strikes on Hessen before the hit batsman. And Freeman creeps over to second base because Hessen had a huge lead. But Hessen dives back safely. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Baker gets a sign from Sutton into the windup in the 0-2. Breaking ball taken on the inside corner at the letters for a called strike. And Cordell goes down on strikes for the 2nd consecutive time. 2 away. And that's strikeout number 6 for Baker. Keegan Foreman will step to the plate. Foreman, the first baseman, struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Infield will now play back for the Tigers. Baker shakes off one sign from Sutton and now steps off the mound. Trying to get on the same page there. Battery mate, Ethan Sutton. Baker now gets the sign, shakes off one. Long look in, and now time is called by Keegan Foreman. At third base, Brett Bogenreif. At second base, Braden Hessen. 2 outs. Here in the top of the 3rd with West Jeff leading 2-0. Baker with the pitch, a ground ball foul, third base side. Foreman behind 0-1. West Jeff has stranded 3 thus far through the first 2 innings, but again, 2 runners on right now. No balls and a strike. Baker again shaking off Sutton. And in agreement here. The windup and the 0-1 breaking ball, and again another hit batsman. Keegan Foreman takes this one off the left bicep, and he'll go down to first base and load the bases. Second hit batter this inning for Baker. And Lincoln Parsons, the left fielder, will step to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He doubled in the 2nd inning. Double to right field. The ball that just kept tailing away from Silas Ginger. They've got the bases loaded here in the 3rd. Baker into the windup, and the first pitch is in the dirt, scooped up by Ethan Sutton. Ball 1. Baker quite a few pitches as he's into the windup in the 1-0 pitch, and that one kicks away from Sutton. Down from 3rd is Brett Bogenreif. He'll score, and West Jefferson has grabbed a 3-0 lead. Second wild pitch of the inning, and the 3rd run of the game for West Jefferson. The other runners advance. Bogenreif scores. Hessen goes to 3rd, and Foreman to 2nd. 2 balls and no strikes to Lincoln Parsons, the 8-hitter. Baker still working from the windup. And he kicks and deals, and that one is a fastball that misses inside, 3-0. And now West Jeff is a pitch away from loading him up again. Baker with the windup and the 3-0, and that one misses high ball. Nope, taken at the letters. Kind of a tall zone there on a 3-0 pitch. The batter taking all the way. 3 balls and a strike. Baker with the 3-1, and that one is a breaking ball missing in the dirt, ball 4. Second walk of the game for Baker. Bases loaded for the number 9 hitter. And Ironton calls time as John Hunt will head to the mound and talk to his senior pitcher and bring the infield together as well. 1 run in here in the 3rd for West Jefferson. Bases loaded, and they've done it all with just 1 hit. A double by Brett Bogenreif with 1 out. Then a hit batsman, and a walk, and a couple of wild pitches. West Jeff with 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, and still batting here in the 3rd inning. Today's game brought to you in part by Schmidt Family Restaurants, Buffalo Wild Wings and Wendy's, Sheer Mountain Insurance, 2nd Street Auto Sales. We appreciate Ironton sponsors for stepping up and allowing us to bring you Fighting Tiger Baseball streamed live here on Total Media Sports South, our first of 9 scheduled. Well, I guess 8 now since 2 of them were canceled yesterday. We got 8 scheduled streams out of their 10 home games. Tigers will be on the road Thursday, traveling to Wheelersburg, again, weather permitting. Forecast does not look too promising for that, as we are expecting rain Wednesday, Thursday, Friday here in southeast Ohio, in Ironton specifically. Colt Kincaid will stand in for the second time. We got a bunt single in the second inning. Standing in with 2 outs, the left-handed hitter, and Baker delivers. That one's grounded right up the middle. Kearns is over, fields it, steps on the bag for the force out to retire the side. But West Jefferson pushes one across, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. West Jeff on top 3-0 here on Total Media Sports.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you, because that's what she does. She sells cars, and lots of them. 2nd Street Auto Sales in Ironton. Honest deals. Hometown service.
Go Tigers!
Big news! Buffalo Wild Wings has great wing deals for you all week long. Come in every Tuesday for Wing Tuesdays. Grab the crew and come in for traditional wings, buy one, get one 50% off. And every Thursday is Boneless Thursday, where you'll get buy one, get one free on the delicious boneless wings. And have them spun in one of their 26 sauces and seasonings. Get them spicy, get them sweet, or get them plain. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ironton. Price and participation may vary. See server for details. Tax fees extra. Not valid with other offers.
West Jefferson gets another run, top of the third inning. The Tigers come to bat in the bottom of the third. They'll have the top of the order due up, facing Brett Bogenreif. It's West Jefferson on top 3-0 here at Mike Burcham Field. Beautiful Sunday afternoon on Palm Sunday. It's a nice day, cool yesterday, but the field was still not playable. Still kind of wet conditions with the amount of rain we had on Friday here in Ironton. Couldn't play 3 games on the field, so the Wooden Bat Classic was canceled, but West Jefferson was kind enough to come down and play on a Sunday afternoon. They wanted to get a game in, and usually a pretty good matchup with Ironton and West Jeff, as indicated by last year's 8-7 game, and West Jefferson always enjoying coming down here to Ironton, I guess. They played in the Wooden Bat Classic for several years. And they've got an outstanding team. Division 6, Ironton, of course, Division 5. Braden Baker will stand in for the second time today against Brett Bogenreif. Baker got hit by a pitch on the first pitch he saw back in the first inning, so no official at bat for Baker. We'll go to Pikeville next year, U-Pike. Play baseball and football down at U-Pike. First pitch to Baker here in the third, missing well off the plate, 1-0. Bogenreif working quickly. Baker slaps this one to short. Brody York is over. Fields, long throw across is in time for the out. Nice play by the shortstop, Brody York, to retire Baker 6-3 on the putout. Out number 1 here in the Tiger third. Tanner Kleinman will step to the plate. The third baseman struck out looking in his first plate appearance today. Kleinman's older brother, Trevor Kleinman, an outstanding left-handed pitcher for the Tigers a few years ago. And Tanner watches this one miss inside ball 1 in the dirt. Bogenreif with a stare in to get the sign. That one's taken to the letters for a called strike 1-1. Kind of got that intimidating peer as he holds the glove just below the bill of his hat and stares in to get the sign. Here's the 1-1 breaking ball. Kleinman swings and misses and falls behind 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the senior third baseman, and Bogenreif delivers. There's a line shot into center field. That's going to drop in front of Anderson for a base hit. Tanner Kleinman lines a single to center with 1 out. That's the second hit of the game for the Fighting Tigers.
Batting number 15, Jacob.
And he's aboard with Jacob Hughes stepping to the plate. Jacob reached base on fielder's choice in the first inning. He's 0 for 1 officially, and the first pitch to him misses well outside. Ball 1, the fastball, kind of tailed away from the plate there. Kleinman gets his lead at first. The Tigers have had runners on each of the first 3 innings, but nothing to show for it thus far. Bogenreif deals to the plate, and that one misses low and away, 2-0. Tigers have stranded 3 through the first couple of innings. 2 on in the first. They had a couple on in the second. And 1 on thus far here in the third. Pitch to Hughes, misses high. Ball 3. No activity in the bullpen for West Jefferson. 3-0 lead. They'll go with the senior for as long as they can. And 3-0 to Jacob Hughes with a runner at first base. And he'll take that one right down the middle for a called strike. 3-0 take all the way. Batters a lot of times want to take that cut on a 3-0. Might be the best pitch you see in the at-bat. Hughes still ahead, though, 3-1, and he grounds this one up the middle, and that one is going to find its way into center field for a base hit. So, back-to-back singles for the Fighting Tigers, and that'll bring Bryson Kearns to the plate.
Number 8, Bryson Kearns.
Kearns is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first inning. Tigers threatening once again here in the third. Junior Kearns at the plate, runners at first and second, and he swings and misses at the first pitch and falls behind 0-1. Kearns working his way back from an ankle injury prior to the season. Now in the cleanup position in the batting order. He swings and misses at the breaking ball and falls behind 0-2. Big pitch here for Bogenreif. And for Kearns. Bogenreif sets and delivers, and Kearns takes that one just inside, maybe just high. But he stays alive in the count 1-2. Stronger breeze now blowing out toward right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bogenreif with a pitch to Kearns. Breaking ball, grounded to the right side. That's trouble. First baseman is over and fields it. Throw to first, not in time, and Bryson Kearns has an infield single. Kind of no man's land right there as Foreman came up and fielded, and Bogenreif couldn't get over to first in time. Neither could the second baseman, Braden Hessen. So 3 consecutive singles for the Fighting Tigers will load the bases for Ethan Sutton. Sutton drew a walk in his first plate appearance in the second inning. Now with the bases loaded, the infield stays back in double play depth for West Jefferson. And the first pitch to Sutton is a fastball taken right down the middle for a called strike 0-1. Biggest threat the Tigers have had here today against West Jeff. Bogenreif with the 0-1 pitch to Sutton, and a breaking ball, fly ball, shallow right field. Giving chase is the right fielder, Kincaid. The throw to the plate will keep the runners at bay. Kincaid with a long run to make that catch for out number 2. And Kleinman will stay at third. And kind of a shallow fly situation. Not deep enough to score the run. So with 2 away, Xander Hearn will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. Bogenreif with a windup and the pitch, and Hearn misses or watches this one miss inside ball 1. And a big opportunity for the Tigers. Keegan Foreman hugging the line there at first base. Trying to keep anything from going down there for extra bases. And the breaking ball here to Hearn misses low in the dirt, 2-0. Appreciate everybody tuning in on Total Media Sports South on YouTube. Matt Jones checking in today. Appreciate you watching, listening. 2 balls, no strikes to Xander Hearn. Bogenreif deals, and that one's right down the middle for a called strike, 2-1. Baker grounded out to start the inning, then 3 consecutive singles by Kleinman, Hughes, and Kearns. Sutton flew out to right, and here we are with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and a 2-1 count to Xander Hearn. And he swings and misses the breaking ball to even the count at 2-2. Lefty Bogenreif, right-handed hitter Xander Hearn, both seniors. And a big pitch here. 2 away and the bases loaded. And Hearns watches that one right down the middle for a called strike to retire the side. Hearn strikes out for the second time this afternoon, and the Tigers leave the bases loaded. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. The Tigers have stranded 6 through 3 innings. We got 3 in the books with West Jeff leading Ironton 3-0 here on Total Media Sports.
It takes a great team to achieve mission success, and the Ironton Fighting Tigers know that teamwork makes all the difference. The mission at the Armory Smokehouse is to deliver the highest quality food and excellent customer service to every guest. That's done through teamwork, communications, and respect. There's been many courageous men and women who have walked these very floors and have used the same philosophy while defending our freedom and country. The Armory Smokehouse, 920 Vernon Street, Ironton.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
What do you look for in an insurance agency? Honesty, reliability, experience? You'll find them all and more at Sheer Mountain Insurance. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or more, see Sheer Mountain Insurance, 209 South 3rd Street in Ironton. Call 740-532-8755 for affordable, reliable insurance when you need it most.
3 innings complete here at Ironton. West Jefferson, 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 6 runners left on base. Fighting Tigers, no runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 6 runners left on base. Each team stranding 6 through the first 3 innings, and both leaving the bases loaded in their part of the 3rd inning. We go to the 4th and back to the top of the lineup for West Jefferson, facing Braden Baker. Tigers had an opportunity there with the bases loaded and 1 out, but then a fly out and a strikeout. And credit West Jefferson's pitcher Brett Bogenreif for working his way out of a jam.
Leading off the 4th inning,
Picking up his 5th strikeout of the game.
Bogenreif.
And he will lead things off. I've checked that the catcher, Blake Bogenreif, will lead things off here in the 4th. Bogenreif 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored a run in the 1st. Grounded out to 1st in the 2nd. Standing in for the 3rd time against Braden Baker here in the 4th. Baker into the windup. And the first pitch to Bogenreif. Misses high and away, ball 1. Baker missing inside, 2-0. Tigers, one of the favorites in the OVC this year. They're in the conversation of defending their league title. Here's a long fly ball into right field. That one gets over the head of Silas Ginger and hits the base of the wall. Bogenreif rounds first on his way to second. The throw comes in, not in time, as Bogenreif lines a double to right center field, and the lead runner is aboard again for West Jefferson.
Batting number 17, Owen Anderson.
Second time this game, the lead runner is aboard, and both times it has been Blake Bogenreif with a single in the 1st and a double here in the 2nd. Second double of the game for West Jefferson. And he's a threat to steal. Speed on the base pass as Owen Anderson will step to the plate. Philyaw in on the grass at first base and a square to bunt. Anderson lays this one down. Baker fields it, fires to first base, and not in time. Freeman is over, but the throw kind of pulled him off. I think Anderson would have beat that out anyway. So we'll call that an infield single and a sacrifice. This team bunts the ball very well. Kind of a lost art form in baseball now, with analytics indicating it's, not cool to bunt in the major leagues anyway, but the small ball will still win you some ball games. Brody York, the shortstop, will stand in. Here's a pickoff throw to first, and they got him. The tag on Owen Anderson by Philyaw, and the runner is picked off at first base. 1-3 on the tag out. And one away. The infield comes in for Ironton. Facing Brody York. York looking for his first hit of the day. And he watches the breaking ball, catch the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Just a quick throw from Baker over to first base, and Anderson kind of caught napping. Philyaw applies the tag on the wrist for out number 1. No balls and a strike, and Brody York gets hit. That's the third hit batsman of the game by Braden Baker, and the third in the last 2 innings. So once again, West Jeff has runners at first and third. 1 out, and Brett Bogenreif will stand in. Brett Bogenreif, 1 for 1 today, walked in the first, stole a base. He doubled and scored a run in the third. Double play depth for Ironton on the middle infield. The runner breaks for second. The throw is not going to be made by Sutton. We'll call that one a defensive indifference for Brody York. And now the Tigers will bring the infield in. Two on, 1 out, 4th inning. And Bogenreif gets hit. Back-to-back hit batsman from Baker, and that will load the bases. So for the second straight inning, West Jefferson has the bases loaded with 1 out. Braden Hessen will step to the plate. In at the corners are the Tigers defensively. Kleinman at third, Philyaw at first. Baker pitches, and that one gets off the mid of Sutton. Breaking for third is Bogenreif. He'll score, and it's a 4-0 game. The other runners move up 90 feet as well. York to third, Bogenreif to second. And a pass ball brings in another run. So West Jeff has scored in back-to-back innings. They lead at 4-0. Infield will come in now for the Fighting Tigers. Up the middle, Baker will work from the windup to Braden Hessen, who's ahead in the count 1-0, and make it 2-0 as that one's low in the dirt and blocked by Sutton. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out, 1 in for West Jefferson. Baker with the windup, and the pitch is fouled back to the screen, 2-1. Baker gets the sign, 2 balls and a strike. Steps off the mound. Tigers have just 1 game next week where they get into league play the following week. Baker, a long stare into Sutton, shakes off a couple of signs, and time at the plate taken by Braden Hessen. Ironton, again, scheduled to play Wheelersburg Thursday, and then they're off until Monday the 6th when they travel to Fairland. Time is called. Jacob Hughes will come in. think they're bringing Jacob Hughes in to warm up in the bullpen. See what they do with the lineup. That's a straight switch and maybe a re-entry. It's Jackson Lavender is going out to left field for Ironton. Lavender, the freshman, playing left field for the Tigers as Jacob Hughes comes in. Infield stays in for the Fighting Tigers. 2 balls, 1 strike to Braden Hessen. Hearn's playing very deep in center field for the number 5 hitter here for West Jeff. Here's the 2-1, and that one misses low and away, ball 3. Second and third here in the 4th. West Jeff on top 4-0. Baker with the 3-1, and that one misses outside, ball 4. Third walk of the game for Baker, and the bases are loaded once again for the Rough Riders. That will bring up Aiden Cordell. Cordell has had a rough couple of at-bats thus far. He struck out swinging in the first, struck out looking in the third, but can do some damage here as he watches the breaking ball catch the outside corner for a called strike 0-1.
Number 21, Aiden Cordell.
Baker with the windup in the 0-1, another breaking ball that misses off the plate, 1-1. They're back in the middle infield, double play depth for the Fighting Tigers. Kearns at short, Freeman at second. Kleiman in on the grass at third, Filial in on the grass at first. A ball and a strike. Baker into the windup and the 1-1 pitch, and a fly ball just behind second base. Freeman backpedaling, looks up, and he can't make the catch. It falls behind him. Runners will advance, and West Jefferson goes up 5-0. A single into right field. And again, we talk about the wind kind of pushing that ball. Maybe that was the case for Freeman as well, but a single and an RBI for Aiden Cordell, and the runners just go station to station. 2 runs have scored here in the 4th for the Rough Riders, and they lead at 5-0. Keegan Foreman, the first baseman, will come to the plate with 1 out. Hughes warming up in the Ironton bullpen, again replaced in left field by Jackson Lavender. The number 7 hitter, Keegan Foreman, also the 7th hitter to hit this inning. Again, Ironton defensively staying at double play depth as Baker deals, and that one is taken for a called strike fastball right down the middle, 0-1. West Jeff looking to break this one wide open with a couple of runs in, and bases loaded, 1 out. And here's a swing and a miss by Foreman. He's behind 0-2. Baker trying to work out of this jam and get out of the 4th. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the 3rd, and 2 thus far in the 4th for the Rough Riders. And time is called to the plate. Baker in the windup. But I guess Foreman got the time before Baker started his windup. Baker with the 0-2. Foreman watches that one just miss outside. Baker wanted that one just off the plate. There's a ball and 2 strikes. Bases loaded for West Jeff. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and here's a line shot, left field, but foul. Foreman got around on that one. Pulled it foul. It's another opportunity here. 1 through 9, West Jeff, very good hitting ball club. And obviously a threat in Division 6 this year. Baker shakes off the sign, and Foreman again calls time at the plate. A lot of that today between the Ironton battery, trying to get on the same page. Again, early in the season, first game. Baker into the windup and the 1-2, and that breaking ball just misses. I think Foreman thought maybe that was coming in to hit him, but he watched it fall low and inside to even the count at 2-2. Baker back to the mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. And shaking off Sutton a couple of times. And time at the plate called once again. All right, Baker back to the mound. In agreement now with Sutton. The windup and the 2-2. Swing and a miss by Foreman. Strikeout number 7 for Braden Baker. And that's the second out here in the 4th. And Lincoln Parsons will come to the plate. And time has been called, and John Hunt is going to make some changes defensively for the Fighting Tigers, as we will see a new pitcher come in for Ironton. While we get these sorted out, we'll step aside. We'll come back here to Mike Burcham Field with West Jefferson on top of Ironton 5-0 here on Total Media Sports.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eats, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget. Whether it's your auto, home, farm, business, or more, Sheer Mountain Insurance can create the right Ohio Mutual policy for you. Call us at 740-532-8755.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you, because that's what she does. She sells cars, and lots of them. 2nd Street Auto Sales in Ironton. Honest deals, hometown service.
Go Tigers!
Big news! Buffalo Wild Wings has great wing deals for you all week long. Come in every Tuesday for Wing Tuesdays. Grab the crew and come in for traditional wings, buy one, get one 50% off. And every Thursday is Boneless Thursday, where you'll get buy one, get one free on the delicious boneless wings. And have them spun in one of their 26 sauces and seasonings. Get them spicy, get them sweet, or get them plain. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ironton. Price and participation may vary. See server for details. Tax fees extra. Not valid with other offers.
Jacob Hughes is the new pitcher for Ironton. Braden Baker, 3 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, 4 hit batsmen. He has given up 5 runs thus far, and the runners on base are his responsibility as well. Three runners on. You've got Brett Bogenreif at third, Braden Hessen at second, and Aiden Cordell at first base. And Hughes trying to get out of a jam here. So with Jacob Hughes coming in to pitch, That will put Braden Baker in center field and move Xander Hearn over to left field, sending Jackson Lavender back to the bench for Ironton.
Batting number 4, Lincoln Parsons.
And left fielder Lincoln Parsons will stand in against Jacob Hughes, the sophomore. On for the first time in 2026, facing the left fielder for West Jefferson. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs, a couple of runs in here in the top of the 4th. Hughes delivers, and the first pitch is taken on the outside corner for a called strike with the fastball, 0-1. 7, 8, 9 due up for Ironton in the bottom half of the 4th inning, now trailing by 5. Hughes working from the stretch, sets and deals, and that one's fouled at the plate. Jacob jumps ahead in the count. Lincoln Parsons, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Getting some more baseballs in to home plate umpire Nate Newton. Hughes gets a sign from Sutton. Into the stretch. And the 0-2 pitch. And it's taken right down the middle for a called strike. Parsons goes down looking. That's Jacob Hughes' first strikeout of the game. And that will retire the side. But West Jefferson strikes for a couple of more runs. They get 2 hits. Check that, 3 hits. And 3 runners left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. West Jeff on top of Ironton 5-0 here on Total Media Sports.
It takes a great team to achieve mission success, and the Ironton Fighting Tigers know that teamwork makes all the difference. The mission at the Armory Smokehouse is to deliver the highest quality food and excellent customer service to every guest. That's done through teamwork, communications, and respect. There's been many courageous men and women who have walked these very floors and have used the same philosophy while defending our freedom and country. The Armory Smokehouse, 920 Vernon Street, Ironton.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
What do you look for in an insurance agency? Honesty, reliability, experience? You'll find them all and more at Sheer Mountain Insurance. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or more, see Sheer Mountain Insurance, 209 South 3rd Street in Ironton. Call 740-532-8755 for affordable, reliable insurance when you need it most.
Back at Mike Burcham Field. Ironton trailing West Jefferson 5-0, and with that 3rd out, you can close the book on Braden Baker's day on the mound for the Tigers. 3 2/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 4 hit batsmen. And we do have a new pitcher on the mound as well for West Jefferson. As we see, Colt Kincaid. Step to the mound. These changes in. Colt Kincaid. Colt Kincaid, who was the right fielder. We'll go from right field to the mound. He is going to be replaced in right field by Lincoln Parsons, who was in left field. And now we take a peek out and see who is in left field. Josh Keene is now in left field. All right, so Carson Freeman will lead things off against Colt Kincaid.
Number 11, Carson Freeman.
Brett Bogenreif goes 3 innings. We'll get his numbers momentarily. As the first pitch to Freeman is a swing and a miss. High fastball, strike 1. Bogenreif, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs. He walked 2 and struck out 5. Freeman watches the 0-1 sail just outside, 1-1. There's a 1-1 to Freeman. Fly ball, right field side in foul territory. First baseman giving chase, but it will fall harmlessly out of play. Brett Bogenreif moves from the mound to first base. I guess Keegan Foreman is the odd man out. Colt Kincaid into the windup, and the pitch is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner. Carson Freeman will go down looking for out number 1. Strikeout number 1 for Colt Kincaid. Carter Bridges takes the first pitch for a called strike. Bridges, no official at bat. He walked in his first plate appearance in the second inning. And this one misses well outside, 1-1. Bridges standing back in with a 1-1, and Kincaid, the right-handed pitcher, delivers, and Bridges fouls that one back to the screen, 1-2. You go from a lefty in Bogenreif to a righty in Colt Kincaid. One away here in the Tiger fourth. And this one is a breaking ball that misses outside, 2-2. Carter stands back in with a 2-2 count. Tigers down 5-0 here in the bottom of the fourth, and that one misses off the plate, 3-2. Well, a year ago, Ironton did beat West Jefferson 8-7. They also trailed in that game by a score of 5-0. Battled back and won 8-7. Here it's a little bit later, trailing 5-0 in the fourth. Here's the payoff pitch to Bridges. That one misses high and away, ball 4. And for the second straight time, Carter Bridges is aboard with a walk. And the number 9 hitter, Silas Ginger, will step to the plate. Ginger 0 for 1. He struck out in the second inning. Bridges gets his lead at first. Kincaid delivers, and Ginger, watch this one, well, just below the knees. Jumps ahead in the count, 1-0. Kincaid sets and deals, and Ginger, slow roller back to the mound, fielded by Kincaid. The throw to second for 1, over to first is in time for the double play, scooped up by Bogenreif, and a ground ball double play ends the inning for the Fighting Tigers. 1-6-3 on the putout of Silas Ginger, and the Tigers go down harmlessly in the fourth. 4 innings complete here at Mike Burcham Field. West Jefferson leads 5-0 here on Total Media Sports.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eats, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you and you want the best and service too. I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget. Whether it's your auto, home, farm, business, or more, Sheer Mountain Insurance can create the right Ohio Mutual policy for you. Call us at 740-532-8755.
Move to the fifth inning here at Mike Burcham Field. It's West Jefferson leading Ironton 5-0. And the Rough Riders will come to bat here in the fifth with 9-1-2 due up against Jacob Hughes out for his first full inning of work. He came on in relief of Braden Baker and struck out Lincoln Parsons, his only batter. Glad to have you along this afternoon for Ironton Baseball here on Total Media. Jeff Irwin, our producer, Rachel on the camera, just having a good old time here at the old ballpark on a Sunday afternoon. Again, Ironton back in action Thursday, and Wheelersburg get into league play really for the next couple of weeks after that, starting April 6th at Fairland, Portsmouth at home, and then traveling to Chesapeake on the 10th. They won't go out of conference again as of now until the 18th when they play Toronto in the PBR event at the VA in Chillicothe. Not the Blue Jays, mind you. Colt Kincaid, the pitcher, will stand in now for West Jefferson. Lefty squares to bunt, pops this one foul, backing out of play. Ball's behind 0-1. Kincaid 1 for 2 today, singled on a sac bunt in the second inning, and also reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Hughes working from the stretch, and the pitch is taken right down the middle for a called strike 0-2. Philyaw, who was in on the grass with the 0-1 count, backs up behind the bag at first base now with the 0-2 count, and a swing and a miss by Kincaid on the breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jacob Hughes to start his 2026 season. 1 out in the fifth. And that will take us back to the top of the lineup for Blake Bogenreif. Bogenreif has been on base a couple of times today, singled and scored a run in the first, doubled and scored a run in the fourth, and grounded out to first. Here's a high chopper to second base, picked up by Freeman. The throw across to Philyaw in time for the out. 2 away. 2 up and 2 down here in the fifth for West Jefferson. And Owen Anderson will step to the plate. Anderson has been on a couple of times as well. And should the Tigers retire Anderson, it will be the first 3 up, 3 down inning for the Orange and Black. Check swing, but it was still called strike on the outside corner on Anderson. Singled and scored a run in the first, struck out in the second, and singled in the fourth. 2 for 3 today in his season debut. The 0-1, swing and a foul at the plate. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the fifth. West Jeff up 5-0. Jacob Hughes in the stretch now steps off the mound, resets, and is back to the plate. The 0-2 to Anderson. Check swing, but it's taken at the knees for a called strike. 3rd strikeout for Jacob Hughes. And that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the first time today for West Jefferson. Nothing across for the Rough Riders. Will go to the bottom of the fifth. West Jefferson still leads 5-0 here from Mike Burcham Field on Total Media Sports.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you because that's what she does. She sells cars and lots of them. 2nd Street Auto Sales in Ironton. Honest deals. Hometown service.
Go Tigers!
Big news! Buffalo Wild Wings has great wing deals for you all week long. Come in every Tuesday for Wing Tuesdays. Grab the crew and come in for traditional wings, buy one, get one 50% off. And every Thursday is Boneless Thursday, where you'll get buy one, get one free on the delicious boneless wings. And have them spun in one of their 26 sauces and seasonings. Get them spicy, get them sweet, or get them plain. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ironton. Price and participation may vary. See server for details. Tax fees extra. Not valid with other offers.
5-0. West Jefferson on top of Ironton. Tigers running out of outs here as they're down to their final 9. Again, trailing by 5. Got a new catcher. Is that 13? Is he wearing 13? Is it 19? Does that look like a 3 or a 9? What do you think? Catcher, 13, 19? That's 13. I don't have a 13 on the roster. That's the only problem. But it's still Colt Kincaid on the mound. Could be 19. Could be trying to look out to second base because that's where first pitch to Baker misses outside. We do have a new second baseman. Jackson Bear is now playing second base, and pitch misses outside. So I do think it is Braden Hessen behind the plate now. Baker chops that one foul. Trying to get all the names and the players right out there for West Jeff. 2-1 pitch to Baker, and that one is a breaking ball that misses low and away, ball 3. Like Owen Anderson has moved to right field, and that one misses outside, ball 4. Baker draws a leadoff walk. Throw gets by, and Baker's going to try for second base on the wild pitch. The throw down is not in time, so Baker gets to second base on a walk. Took the pitch, hustled to first, and got down to second because they went to the backstop, and Braden Hessen couldn't get back there in time.
Betting number 9, Tanner Kleinman.
All right, so with a runner in scoring position and nobody out, Tanner Kleinman will step to the plate facing Colt Kincaid for the first time. And the first pitch to Tanner is taken for a called strike 0-1. You got Anderson in left field. As Kleinman takes a breaking ball for a called strike 0-2. Kincaid sets, checks Baker at second, and Tanner Kleinman calls time at the plate. Kincaid sets, and the 0-2 pitch to Kleinman. Pop foul, first base side. That one's going to find the fence. Out of play. Blake Bogenreif has moved to center field. Coach Jason Bogenreif just playing everybody everywhere right now. A lot of changes in the lineup. You still have Brody York at short, and Brett Heiser is still at third, but all the other positions have changed in this game. Tanner Kleinman, the senior, 1 for 2 today. Singled in the third, struck out looking in the first. Kincaid gets the sign. Baker gets his lead at second. Kincaid deals, and that one misses outside 2-2. Quick throw back down to second base, but Baker makes it back in time. Lincoln Parsons is back in the game in left field after Josh Keene had an inning there. Kincaid with a 1-2. And Kleinman checks his swing. That one's in the dirt, gets by the catcher. Baker hustles over to third base, and Tigers are 90 feet away from denting the plate for the first time today. Second wild pitch for Colt Kincaid. And Kleinman has battled back to even the count at 2-2 here. Kincaid working from the windup now, and the pitch. That one misses low, ball 3. Nobody throwing in the West Jefferson bullpen. Kincaid gets the sign and deals, and Kleinman swings and misses on the payoff pitch for out number 1. Strikeout number 2 for Kincaid. And Jacob Hughes will come to the plate. Hughes has been on a couple of times today. Singled in the third, reached base on a fielder's choice in the first. Baker at third base. 1 out here in the Tiger fifth, trailing 5-0. Hughes watches this one in the dirt, scooped up by Hessen. Jacob ahead in the count, 1-0. Kincaid again working quickly into the windup and the 1-0 pitch, and that one's fouled back to the backstop. Count evens at a ball and a strike. A little over a week into spring here, and still waiting to see a lot more greenery on the hills and in the grass. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-1. You can even see parts of the outfield that are brown, haven't fully developed green yet, and some dandelions out there as well. Here's the 2-1, and Hughes swings and misses. He fouls it at the plate. That evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth, runner at third base. 5-0, West Jefferson on top. Kincaid with the 2-2, and breaking ball misses off the plate. 3-2. That's the second straight 3-2 count. Kincaid got Kleinman on strikes. See what he does with Hughes here. The payoff pitch. Jacob takes it low and in, ball 4. 2 walks here in the fifth for Kincaid. Puts runners at the corners for the Fighting Tigers. And brings up the cleanup hitter, Bryson Kearns. Kearns, the junior, 1 for 2 today. Struck out in the first, singled in the third. And West Jeff setting their first and third defensive alignment here. Hughes gets his lead at first, Baker at third. Kincaid working from the stretch. First pitch to Kearns as Hughes breaks for second. The fake throw down to second. Defensive indifference there. Not a stolen base, as the catcher made no attempt to throw down there. So the Tigers have runners at second and third. And once again, runners in scoring position. They've left 6 thus far through the first 4+ innings. And the 0-1 to Kearns. A high pop fly on the infield. Bogenreif is under it at first base. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And now it's up to Ethan Sutton.
Batting number 4, Ethan Sutton.
Sutton 0 for 1 today. Walked in the second. Flew out to right in the third. And they're going to walk him. Intentional walk to Ethan Sutton to bring up Xander Hearn. Hearn is 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts, and I'll stick with righty versus righty here. Hearn struck out swinging in the second and looking in the third. And the first pitch to him is taken on the outside corner for a called strike 0-1. Sutton's at first. Hughes is at second. Baker is at third. Kincaid shakes off one sign. Now steps off the back of the mound. Kind of resets. And time called by Xander Hearn now. Two outs. Tiger fifth. Bases loaded for the second time today. And the pitch to Hearn misses high with the fastball, 1-1. So Jason Bogenreif, the head coach, says, we're going to walk Sutton. We're going to load the bases, set up a force out. And the pitch from Kincaid, that one misses low and away, 2-1. The opposite side of that is you've got a pitcher who has walked 2 already, an intentional walk to load the bases, and nowhere to put Xander Hearn. He's behind Kincaid is 2-1. Kincaid gets the sign from Hessen, kicks and deals, and that one's a breaking ball that misses low and away, 3-1. So now you got to come to the plate with this one. Again, nowhere to put Hearn. 3-1 count. Kincaid, swing and a miss. Just challenged him with a fastball, and Hearn comes up empty. Another full count. Third time this inning. Kincaid has had a full count on a batter. Struck out 1, walked 1. See what he does here with Hearn. The payoff pitch with the runners breaking, and that one misses high, ball 4. So the Tigers get their first run on a walk with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Baker crosses the plate. It's now a 5-1 game. Hughes moves to third, Sutton to second, Hearn to first. That's the 4th walk of the inning for Colt Kincaid, and Carson Freeman will now come to the plate. Freeman 1 for 2. Singled in the second, struck out looking in the 4th. And the first pitch to him is taken for a called strike. Kincaid deals to Freeman, and that's a breaking ball that misses outside. 1-1. Defensively, you've got Lincoln Parsons back in left field. Blake Bogenreif is in center, and Anderson is in right, in making a lot of defensive changes. Freeman swings and misses at the fastball and falls behind 1-2. Heiser at third. York is at short. Jackson Bear is at second. Brett Bogenreif is at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded to Carson Freeman, and he signals for time and gets it. Kincaid Gets the sign into the windup, and the 1-2 to Freeman. That one is taken at the knees for a called strike. Second straight time Freeman has gone down looking, and that retires the side for the Fighting Tigers. But they push one across. 1 run, no hits, 3 runners left on base, 5 complete. Here in the season opener, West Jefferson leads Ironton 5-1 on Total Media Sports.
It takes a great team to achieve mission success, and the Ironton Fighting Tigers know that teamwork makes all the difference. The mission at the Armory Smokehouse is to deliver the highest quality food and excellent customer service to every guest. That's done through teamwork, communications, and respect. There's been many courageous men and women who have walked these very floors and have used the same philosophy while defending our freedom and country. The Armory Smokehouse, 920 Vernon Street, Ironton.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
What do you look for in an insurance agency? Honesty, reliability, experience? You'll find them all and more at Sheer Mountain Insurance. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or more, see Sheer Mountain Insurance, 209 South 3rd Street in Ironton. Call 740-532-8755 for affordable, reliable insurance when you need it most.
We move to the 6th inning here at Mike Burcham Field. The Fighting Tigers trailing West Jefferson by a score of 5-1, but Ironton did get a run in the bottom of the 5th inning, thanks to 4 walks in the inning by Colt Kincaid, one of those intentional, but 4 walks nonetheless. The Tigers find themselves down by 4 as West Jefferson comes up in the 6th inning, sending the heart of the order to the plate. 3, 4, and 5. Brody York, Brett Bogenreif, and Braden Hessen. The first 3 hitters due up against Jacob Hughes here in the 6th. Tigers staying with the same defensive alignment. Not nearly as many changes as Jason Bogenreif of West Jefferson. Bringing the kids down, getting them out on the field. Long trip for West Jeff on a Sunday. Play a little baseball. Again, they were supposed to be here yesterday for 2 as part of the Mike Burcham Woodbat Classic, but weather got the best of that. And so now we just have a single game with West Jefferson here today. Brody York, the shortstop, will stand in against Jacob Hughes, facing Jacob for the first time. Righty against righty here. Hughes will work from the stretch, and the first pitch is a fastball missing inside, ball 1. York 0 for 2 today. He flew out to center in his first at bat in the first inning, struck out in the 3rd, got hit by a pitch in the 4th, and scored a run. He swings and misses at this offering from Hughes, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Jacob from the stretch, the 1-1. That one misses just inside with a fastball, 2-1. Tigers going with a couple of righties here on day 1. West Jeff started with a lefty, came back with a righty. Here's a pop-up on the infield. Hughes over near the 3rd base line will put it away for out number 1. One out. And Brett Bogenreif, the cleanup hitter, will step to the plate. Brett Bogenreif now playing first base. He started on the mound for West Jeff, and he went 3 innings and gave up 4 hits, no runs. Struck out 5, and the lefty stands in. Having a pretty good day at the plate. Hughes sets and deals. Here's a ground ball foul, first base side, 0-1. Pretty good day at the plate. He's been on all 3 times. He walked in the 1st, stole a base, doubled and scored a run in the 3rd, and got hit by a pitch in the 4th. See your cleanup hitter get on base 3 times. That's not a bad day. Of course, he's a tremendous baseball player. He and his brother both. 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Going on to play junior college next year. There's a 1-1, and that one off the mitt of Sutton and goes back to the backstop, 2-1. Jacob Hughes working from the stretch behind in the count, 2-1 to Brett Bogenreif, and that's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, 2-2. West Jeff went 3 up and 3 down in the 5th. First time they've done that today. And the 2-2 misses with the fastball outside, 3-2. Hughes has set down 5 straight Rough Riders. Three and two. Hughes sets in the payoff pitch. Breaking ball that catches the outside corner, catches Brett Bogenreif looking. Out number 2 here in the West Jefferson 6th inning. And the 4th strikeout for Jacob Hughes. That'll bring up the catcher, Braden Hessen. Hughes with a stretch in the first pitch. Low in the dirt. Ball 1. Hessen's been on base a couple of times today. Struck out looking in the first. Got hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Also walked in the 4th. And the 1-1 to him. Right at the letters for called strike, 1-1. Two away in the West Jeff 6th. And another taken strike. And Hessen falls behind 1-2. Hughes with some momentum here. And the 0-2 pitch, excuse me, 1-2 pitch. That one is a breaking ball missing inside, 2-2. Time is called by the first base umpire, who heard something from the West Jefferson dugouts that he didn't particularly care for. Talks to the first base coach and says, okay, that's enough. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hughes to Hessen, and that one misses high, ball 3. Back-to-back full counts for Jacob Hughes. See if he can get out of this situation. Set down the side in order. The 3-2 breaking ball in the inside corner for a called strike. Back-to-back K's looking for Jacob Hughes. That is his 5th strikeout of the game, and 7 straight set down by the sophomore pitcher. Nothing across for West Jefferson in the 6th. Tigers come up in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 5-1 here on Total Media Sports.
Big shout out to the Ironton Fighting Tigers.
Everybody at 2nd Street Auto Sales is cheering you on this season. If you need a car, talk to Tina. She's out there buying at auction, hunting for deals, and bringing them back to Ironton just for you. And if she doesn't have what you're looking for, no worries. She'll find it for you, because that's what she does. She sells cars, and lots of them. 2nd Street Auto Sales in Ironton. Honest deals. Hometown service.
Go Tigers!
Big news! Buffalo Wild Wings has great wing deals for you all week long. Come in every Tuesday for Wing Tuesdays. Grab the crew and come in for traditional wings, buy one, get one 50% off. And every Thursday is Boneless Thursday, where you'll get buy one, get one free on the delicious boneless wings. And have them spun in one of their 26 sauces and seasonings. Get them spicy, get them sweet, or get them plain. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings in Ironton. Price and participation may vary. See server for details. Tax fees extra. Not valid with other offers.
Tigers down to their final 6 outs, trailing 5-1 as they come to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Fighting Tigers. And we are going to see, instead of Carter Bridges hitting, we're going to see Dawson Filiaw step to the plate, the first baseman. Carter Bridges was the DH for him, but they go with the lefty-righty, Filiaw, the left-handed hitter, hitting for the first time in 2026. Bridges, no official at bat. He had a couple of walks, but Filiaw standing in for the first time, facing Colt Kincaid, the right-hander. Kincaid winds and deals, and that one misses inside. The Ironton first baseman and a senior, ball one. Thank you, Biggs. The windup in the pitch from Cole Kincaid. Filia swings and sends a fly ball into deep right field. That one is over the head of the right fielder, Parsons. Filia rounds first, heading to second. Here's the throw, and it's not in time. That's going to be a double. Dawson Filia with his first hit of the season. It's a double to right field, and the Tigers get the leadoff runner aboard. I got a little bit more excited for that. You'll have to excuse me. My kid at second base, so. Silas Ginger will now come to the plate. Silas 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the second. Grounded into a double play in the fourth. And he watches the first pitch, low ball one. Filia gets his lead at second. Ginger swings and misses at the offering from Kincaid. Evens the count at 1-1. Ginger takes this one a little bit low. Ball two. Silas, a sophomore, playing right field. A conversation there between home plate umpire and coaching staff of West Jefferson. It's Kincaid's pitch, and Silas takes this one low. Ball three. We're back to the top of the lineup after Silas Ginger, and if he can work his way on base out of this 3-1 count, Tigers may be able to do some damage here. And the 3-1, that missed. Oh, taking the letters. Wow. Called strike. Full count. Three balls, two strikes. Nobody out. Filia leading at second. Ginger calls time. Kincaid back to the mound. Ginger back to the box. And the payoff pitch. And that one's taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Ginger goes down for the second time today. Out number one here in the Tiger sixth. And back to the top of the lineup. Braden Baker will stand in. Baker, the center fielder, started on the mound today. And 0 for 1 officially today. Facing Kincaid for the first time, and he swings and misses at the first offering from Kincaid. Baker grounded out to short in the third. He got hit by a pitch in the first, walked and scored a run in the fifth, the lone Tigers run of the game. Chance to maybe drive one in here. Time is called at the plate. Had a steady breeze blowing toward right field the entire game. A little gustier at times. You look at the flag in between the baseball and softball fields, and blowing pretty good in the breeze. No balls and a strike. Baker sends a fly ball, foul territory, first base side. Right fielder giving chase, and Anderson sliding down, can't make the catch. Bogenreich was over there as well, but Anderson had a better opportunity, sliding attempt, but can't come up with it. It's a long strike, and Baker falls behind 0-2. Baker back in. Kincaid sets and deals, and the fastball misses high, 1-2. Baker, a good two-strike hitter. We'll see what he does here against Kincaid. Big gap there in right center. Baker can go the other way. Kincaid sets, but Baker calls time. Back to the box. Kincaid again checks the runner at second. Filion delivers to the plate, the 1-2, and that one's taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Baker can't believe it. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. And with 2 away, Tanner Kleinman will step to the plate. Kleinman 1 for 3 today. Singled in the third, struck out twice, looking in the first and swinging in the fifth. And he watches this first pitch, taken at the knees for a called strike. Dawson Filion had a leadoff double to start the sixth, and he's still out there right now with 2 away. Time called by Tanner Kleinman. Standing back in. Kincaid ahead on the count, 0-1. Kincaid sets and deals, and that one just misses somewhere. Pretty good from here. But Kleinman takes it, and it's a ball, 1-1. Kincaid again. Wow, that one is taken at the letters on the corner. Fastball called strike, 1-2. Big pitch here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kincaid deals. Kleinman swings and misses at the breaking ball. And after a leadoff double, Colt Kincaid strikes out the side to keep Ironton off the board. No runs, a hit, 1 runner left on base. 6 innings complete now at Mike Burcham Field. West Jefferson on top 5-1 here on Total Media Sports.
It takes a great team to achieve mission success, and the Ironton Fighting Tigers know that teamwork makes all the difference. The mission at the Armory Smokehouse is to deliver the highest quality food and excellent customer service to every guest. That's done through teamwork, communications, and respect. There's been many courageous men and women who have walked these very floors and have used the same philosophy while defending our freedom and country. The Armory Smokehouse, 920 Vernon Street, Ironton.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
What do you look for in an insurance agency? Honesty, reliability, experience? You'll find them all and more at Sheer Mountain Insurance. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or more, see Sheer Mountain Insurance, 209 South 3rd Street in Ironton. Call 740-532-8755 for affordable, reliable insurance when you need it most.
West Jefferson coming to bat for what they hope is the final time today. 7th inning. They lead it 5-1 over Ironton. Facing Jacob Hughes once again. They'll send 6, 7, and 8 to the plate here in the 7th inning. Tigers strand another runner in the 6th. They have left 10 runners on base today through 6 innings. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 3 more in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th. Still 1 more chance in the bottom of the 7th. They're going to need at least 4 if they can keep West Jefferson off the board here in the top of the 7th. And leading off is going to be Aiden Cordell, the designated hitter. Cordell has a hit today for West Jeff. He is 1 for 3. Couple of strikeouts. He singled in the 4th. Jacob Hughes has set down 7 straight Rough Riders in relief of Braden Baker. He misses this first pitch, low and away, ball 1. Cordell takes another one out of the zone, 2-0 to the designated hitter. Struck out in the first, swinging, struck out looking in the third, singled in the 4th. 2 balls and no strikes, and Hughes delivers, and that one misses low, ball 3. Jacob hasn't walked a batter today. He struck out 5. Into the stretch and needs a strike here. And he gets it. Fastball in the inside corner. Still behind in the count. Hitters count right here, 3-1. And the 3-1, swing and a miss. 3-2. Every batter in the lineup for West Jefferson has been on base at some point today, either via a walk or a hit. Here's the payoff, and that one misses high and in, ball 4. So the Rough Riders get the lead runner aboard and their first runner on base against Jacob Hughes. And that will bring up Jackson Bear. Jackson Bear hitting for Keegan Foreman. First time Bear has come to the plate. Tanner Kleinman in on the grass at third, expecting bunt. Bear squares and bunts it foul at the plate. 0-1. And a very good bunting West Jefferson team. We mentioned that earlier, that kind of a lost art form, the bunt. But it can be very successful. Ironton saw that last year in their loss to Graham in the Elite Eight. Here's a pitch that goes behind the batter and all the way to the backstop. That wild pitch is just as good as a bunt because the runner advances 90 feet. Cordell moves to second base. Now 1 ball, 1 strike to Jackson Bear. Jackson Bear playing second base here this afternoon in relief. Dawson Filia well in on the grass at third, again expecting a bunt. Bear squares again, and he fouls it. Tries to get out of the way, but didn't pull the bat down. And the ball hit the bat for strike number 2. So now Filia will go back to the bag at first. Hitting situation now for Jackson Bear. Filia still a step in on the grass at first base. Hughes sets and delivers the 1-2. Bear squaring again, and he bunts right through this one. That'll go down as a strikeout. Out number 1 in the 7th. Strikeout number 6 for Jacob Hughes. And Lincoln Parsons will walk back to the plate. Parsons has been on base a couple of times. Runner at second base is Aiden Cordell. Hughes with the delivery, and fastball misses high and in, ball 1. Cordell drew a leadoff walk, advanced to second on a wild pitch before Bear struck out. Parsons, the number 8 hitter in the lineup here for West Jeff. Filia still in on the grass at first base, and the pitch is swung on and grounded up the middle. Freeman is over and fields it. He'll fire over to Filia at first for out number 2. Advancing to third is Aiden Cordell as the ball was hit to the right side. 4-3 on the putout, and the number 9 hitter will step to the plate. That's Colt Kincaid, the pitcher. Kincaid with a chance to help out his own cause here with his team leading by 4 runs. Kincaid has been on base a couple of times today, and the lefty stands in against Hughes. Struck out against Jacob the first time he faced him back in the 5th inning. Hughes deals, and that one's grounded to shortstop. Kearns is over. He fields it. The throw across to first is in time for the out. So the lead runner is stranded. And the leadoff hitter is stranded, I should say, as a leadoff walk results in nothing for West Jefferson. No runs, no hits. No errors, a runner left on base. Last chance for the Tigers coming up in the bottom of the 7th. It's West Jefferson 5, Ironton 1 on Total Media Sports.
There's no better place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Fighting Tiger win than Patties and Pints in downtown Ironton. From gourmet burgers to crisp wings and ice-cold drafts, Patties and Pints brings big flavor and hometown pride together under one roof. Bring your team, bring your appetite, and bring your Tiger spirit. Check out the menu and game day specials at pattiesandpints.com. Patties and Pints, where Ironton eats, drink, and cheers.
When you're looking for the deal that's right for you, and you want the best quality and service too, I'm gonna tell you about the place that you should try, and this will be the only place where you buy.
For all your insurance needs, call Sheer Mountain Insurance. As an authorized agent for Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, we have the protection that's right for you and your budget. Whether it's your auto, home, farm, business, or more, Sheer Mountain Insurance can create the right Ohio Mutual policy for you. Call us at 740-532-8755.
All right, last chance for the Fighting Tigers as they come to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing West Jefferson 5-0 in the season opener 2026. Heart of the order coming up for Ironton 3, 4, and 5. Jacob Hughes, Bryson Kearns, and Ethan Sutton due up, facing Colt Kincaid out for his 4th inning of work. In relief of Brett Bogenreif, who went 3 innings. Tigers' lone run came against Colt Kincaid back in the 5th on a bases-loaded walk. Hughes watches the first pitch right down the middle. Fastball taken for a called strike 0-1. Jacob has been on base all 3 times this afternoon. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, and walked in the 5th. And the 0-1 to him, the breaking ball taken on the corner. Wow. That one looked a little bit outside. If we had that ABS challenge, I'm sure Jacob would be patting his hat right now, saying, I want to look at that one again. How about back-to-back challenges from the Reds yesterday? Eugenio Suarez got extra life from C.B. Buckner's missed calls. No balls and 2 strikes to the Ironton pitcher. Kincaid deals, and that one misses well off the plate and low, ball 1. Hughes, Kearns, and Sutton due up against Kincaid here in the 7th. Kincaid deals, breaking ball, and Jacob gets hit. Got a lot of hit batsmen here today from both teams. So Baker's been hit. Jacob Hughes now has been hit. For Ironton, and then 4 hit batsmen for West Jefferson. Leadoff runners aboard, and that'll bring Bryson Kearns to the plate. Kearns swings and misses at the off-speed. Falls behind 0-1. Bryson is 1 for 3 today. Singled in the 3rd. He struck out in the 1st, popped out to 1st in the 5th. Hughes getting his lead at first base. Kincaid sets and deals, and Kearns fouls it at the plate to fall behind 0-2. Kearns will not get cheated at the plate for his hacks. He is up there to take his cuts and get on base any way he can. He's always been good at making contact and swinging those pitches. He's behind 0-2 here. Kincaid delivers, and that one misses inside, 1-2. Sutton on deck. Hughes leading at first. Kincaid sets and delivers. And a ground ball to second base. Bear is over. He fields his only play is at first base, and he'll make the throw over to Bogenreif to retire Kearns. Hughes moves to second. And with 1 away, Ethan Sutton will step to the plate. Sutton, the catcher, 0 for 1. He flew out to right field in the 3rd, but he has a couple of walks in there as well. He walked in the 2nd and was intentionally walked in the 5th. He's got a base open now, and the first pitch to him misses high and away, ball 1. Sutton has gone the distance behind the plate for the Tigers. Kincaid with the 1-0. Here's a high fly ball into left field. Parsons is over. He lost it, and now he runs up and makes the catch. It looked like he lost it momentarily, then just ran up and put it away for out number 2. So now the Fighting Tigers are down to their final out, and it's going to be up to Xander Hearn, the senior left fielder, to keep this one going. Hearn walked his last at bat and got an RBI on a bases loaded walk. He's also struck out a couple of times. Once swinging, once looking. The first pitch to him is taken right on the outside corner. Fastball for a called strike, 0-1. West Jeff up 5-1. Kincaid's pitch, and Hearn takes the same pitch for a strike, 0-2. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth for West Jefferson, 1 in the fifth for Ironton. 5-1, 0-2. Kincaid sets and deals, and that's a breaking ball missing outside and low. 1-2 now. Hearn holds off on the swing on that one. Last chance for the Tigers here. Kincaid with the 1-2. Hearn swings and grounds this one up the middle. Bear over backhands, turns and fires to first base in time for the out. 4-3 on the putout, and that will do it. West Jefferson wins it 5-1 over Ironton. The Tigers strand the leadoff runner after Jacob Hughes was hit by a pitch and was stranded at second base. West Jeff starts the season with a win. Ironton starts the season with a loss. 1 run for the Tigers. 5-1 final score. West Jefferson wins it over the Fighting Tigers here at Mike Burcham Field in the season opener. Our next Ironton baseball broadcast will come your way April the 8th. Fighting Tigers will play Portsmouth here at Mike Burcham Field. 5:15 is our airtime. 5:30 is when the first pitch will take place. Ironton Portsmouth, OVC, big matchup. Top 2 teams in the league doing battle at that point. So that'll be our next broadcast. Ironton back in action Thursday as they travel to Wheelersburg, weather permitting, and take on the Wheelersburg Pirates. So Tigers start the season 0-1. West Jefferson starts the season 1-0. That'll wrap it up here for Total Media Sports. Thanks to Jeff and Rachel on the camera running for us today and producing for us. We appreciate them, and we appreciate everybody tuning in today. Once again, the final score, West Jefferson wins it 5-1 over Ironton here in the season opener of the 2026 baseball season. Thank everybody for watching. Good afternoon from Mike Burcham Field.